Today, I put DeMar DeRozan in his prime. We will now be simulating DeMar DeRozan's NBA career as a King, however, he will be in the prime of his career. DeMar DeRozan is one of the greatest scorers in NBA history, along with one of the greatest mid-range players to ever play the game. So we will be seeing how good he would be alongside this roster in his prime. I know it's only been one preseason game so far, but I already love the DeMar DeRozan fit for the Kings. He just makes their offense on a whole nother level and is such a huge upgrade from Harrison Barnes. I don't care really much about his age. DeMar usually plays almost every single game in the NBA season and is just a fantastic scorer. Aside from that, it was just announced that the Pelicans are going to be running Herb Jones at their starting center position. Let me know if you guys like this move. It's either going to be horrific or it's going to be the greatest move they've ever made. I just don't understand why Herb Jones is going to be running the 5. They don't really have a true center right now anyway, but that is crazy. Sabonis does make the All-NBA third team here for us, the only All-NBA player we have. We are also the second seed in our conference this year. Sabonis had 17 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal, and almost a block. DeMar had 23 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists over a steal. Keegan had 17 points, 5 rebounds, and assists, a steal, half a block. And then De'Aaron had 20 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. I did start Keon Ellis at the shooting guard position as well. Almost had 2 steals and a block. Then off our bench, Malik Monk had 17, Kevin Huerter had 7, Devin Carter had 6, 3, and 3, and then Trey Lyles had 4. I'm going to keep Sabonis, obviously DeMar, De'Aaron, Keon, Malik, and Devin Carter this rebuild. I don't think they should trade Keegan, but I might just have to get rid of him for the rebuild. We'll just see what happens. We have the Spurs in the first round. We beat them in 5 games, and we do have the Warriors in the second round. We have Curry, Hield, Wiggins, Kuminga, and Trace Jackson Davis starting. It is tied up at 2-2 here. We go down 3-2, so we're going to simulate this game with Simcast just to see what happens. Looks like we're going to come out, oh my gosh, almost 50 points in the first quarter alone. There we go, fellas. We're going to easily take this game just off that first quarter. Win by a tremendous amount. We got to check the box score there. Let's see. Sabonis had 26, Keegan had 21, De'Aaron had 20, DeMar had 19, Devin Carter had 15, and Malik had 11. That is an absurd stat line for the entire roster. So we do have a 7-game series here, and it looks like we are going to lose that first quarter by 6 points. We're also going to lose the second by 2, so we have to start taking quarters. We do take the third. We're kind of getting waxed here in the fourth, and we do get eliminated by the Warriors. They just have our number still. The Mavericks easily advance to the finals to play the Celtics, where the Mavericks do become NBA champions. I'm going to try to make this Warriors trade. I like Trace Jackson Davis a lot as a player. We also get an unprotected first-round pick. They do agree, so now we have our backup 5 solidified, and Trace Jackson Davis can also throw him at the 4 whenever Rocky is available to play. We still need a better wing off our bench. We can still give Trey Lyles a contract, so we're honestly going to sign him, and then we're just going to trade him away. I might even play Rocky this season. I'm not too sure yet. We're also going to get rid of this Warriors pick with this Trey Lyles package just to see what pops up. So far, these trades are really good. Derrick Jones Jr. is not bad by any means either. Jonathan Isaac gives us a great defensive wing coming off the bench. Shot 32% from 3 last season as well. Is there a Portland trade in this anywhere? Or sorry, Pelicans. We are going to make a trade with them. Do they still have Trey Murphy? We're going to just try to snag Trey Murphy from them. Oh my gosh. They want us to get rid of 3 first-round picks for this package. I don't even care. We'll do it. This gives us more bench depth and gives us more length on our team. So now we do have a roster of De'Aaron, Devin Carter, Malik, Keon Ellis, DeMar, Trey Murphy, Keegan, Carlo, I don't know who this dude is, and then Sabonis, Trace Jackson Davis, and Rocky. I really think I'm gonna play that Rocky player this coming up year. He's 7'3", he's 19, a 75 overall without the next year progression. So I feel like he just has a spot in the rotation. I can always run Trace Davis at the backup 4, and then like I said, we might be getting rid of Keegan Murray. We'll see. We win 56 games here, which is fantastic to see. The Mavericks only take 1 game over us, as Sabonis is on that All-NBA third team, and we don't have any all-defensive players, which is not a shocker. We are the 3rd seed though. We're behind Houston and Dallas, so this is a stacked Western Conference at the moment. DeMar with 20 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists over a steal. Sabonis had 16 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal, half a block. Keegan Murray had 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, half a block. He's honestly playing fantastic. These scoring numbers are higher than they usually are, also over 40% from 3. And then De'Aaron had 20 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. Also did start Malik Monk this season, averaged 17 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, almost a little over half a block actually. That is really weird to see, actually. The starting five is just unstoppable on the offensive end of the court. Off our bench, Jackson Davis had 8 points, 6 rebounds, half a steal over a block. Trey Murphy had 9. Keon Ellis had 5 points over a steal. And then Devin Carter had 7 points. This was his rookie year because I didn't give him any minutes last season. We do beat the Spurs in the first round. Unfortunately, we have the reigning champs in the semi-conference finals. We are up 2-1 here. We're tied up at 2-2. Unfortunately, we do go down 3-2. Not going to be that surprised if we lose. These are the reigning champs. The Mavericks are always insane in the rebuild, so we just have to like get over this hump. I don't really know how we're going to do that. We can improve the starting five, but the only position we can really improve is our starting power forward, as we do force a game 7 here. So we are going to simulate with Simcast once again. I'm not getting rid of De'Aaron, obviously. I'm not getting rid of Sabonis. I'm not getting rid of DeMar. I guess we could get rid of Malik, but I like him a lot as a player, as we get kind of waxed there in that third quarter. We're down by 3 here, and we lose the game by 3 points. Wow, alright, that sucks. We would have had the 8th seed in the conference finals as well, and the Mavericks go back to back. I am going to do this trade. We get Jalen Green and Bobby Portis, who's going to be a great bench 4 next to Rocky. We have to get rid of Keegan and Trey Murphy, as well as Carlo and Trace Jackson Davis. I really don't want to give up this much bench depth, but we also get Bobby Portis on their roster. Essentially, Jalen Green can start at that shooting guard position, only 24 years old. Now, I don't want to get rid of Malik. As far as our bench goes, we could run him off the bench next to Bobby Portis, Rocky, and Devin Carter, and we could just get rid of Keon Ellis, but we still need a starting power forward. Hear me out. This might be a little much. We're going to get rid of Keon, Simon, Jock Landale, 2 first-round picks in a second. For Duren, I'm going to slide Sabonis to the 4, and then we're going to run Duren at the 5. Just an absolute double-double machine, especially next to Sabonis. So now we have a rotation of De'Aaron, Devin Carter, Jalen Green, Malik Monk, DeMar, Sabonis, Bobby Portis Jr., Rocky, and Jalen Duren. I'm afraid I absolutely cooked. So far, we've only lost 13 games. We have the best record in the league, as well as obviously our conference. We did go on like a bit of a losing streak, as you can see, February 27th, March 6th, and March 13th. We lost 3 games in that span, but I'm not too worried about it. We're over 60 wins on the year, which is fantastic to see, especially with how stacked our bench is. Luka does take another MVP. Pretty sure that's his 3rd this video. Mike Brown does win Coach of the Year as well. And Sabonis and De'Aaron both make the All-NBA 3rd team, and we don't have any all-defensive players. Hey, Ryan Dunn makes one. This dude is going to be a two-way monster if he can figure out his offensive capability. We do have the Pelicans in the first round. They have Bam. Whoa. Cameron Payne, DeJounte, Jimmy, Zion, and Bam with Podziemski coming off their bench, as well as Herb Jones, Hugo Gonzalez, and Yves Missy, who's actually developing pretty well. I don't know how that's the 8th seed. The West must be stacked. Again, De'Aaron did have 21 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals. This year, DeMar had 16 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists over a steal, half a block. Jalen Green with 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Sabonis had 16 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and a steal at that power forward position. And Duren had 11 points, 9 rebounds, almost a block. Do wish his defensive stats were a little better. Off the bench, Malik still had 16 points. Devin Carter had 7 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Rocky had 7 points, 5 rebounds, and a block. And then Bobby Portis had 8 points, 5 rebounds. So we do have 2 capable 6-man of the year candidates. We do have the freaking Mavericks. Once again, we cannot escape this team. We should be fine for once, though. As we take the first game of the series, we take game 2 as well. We go up 3-0. Alright, we sweep them. Now we have to play a Rockets team that consists of Reed Shepherd, Amen Thompson. This is such a good backcourt because Amen's like a triple-double machine with absolutely no jump shot ability, but Reed Shepherd is a lights-out shooter. They also have Cam Whitmore, Jabari Smith Jr., and Al Kareem with VJ Edgecombe, Tari Eason, Fred VanVleet, Naz Reid, Quentin Grimes coming off their bench. So we will take this game by game as we are up 2-0. Low-key, we going crazy. We've only lost 2 games in the playoffs so far. Oh my gosh, there's 3 games. We're about to blow a 3-0 lead, aren't we? Holy cow. Yo, let's relax, Sacramento. I do not want to blow a lead in year 3 here, especially with the veteran leadership that we have. This should not be happening. All right, we're taking every quarter, so we'll be fine here. We literally take every quarter in the elimination game to blow them out. Sabonis does take home Western Conference Finals MVP, and it looks like we are playing the Pistons, who have Cade Ivey, who has been playing really well in the preseason. They also have Ozzie Thompson with Pascal and Zach Edey. Whoa, this is a nice team. They also have Isaiah Stewart, Cameron Boozer, Jake Powell, Marcus Sasser, Kelly Olynyk coming off their bench. This is the best Pistons team I've ever seen in a rebuild. As we go up 2-0, we go up 3-0, and we end up sweeping them to win an NBA championship. This is the first one the Kings have had since like the 50s. and it's DeMar's first championship as Sabonis takes finals MVP. We did finish with a bench of Devin Carter, Malik Monk, Bobby Portis, and Rocky, with a starting five of De'Aaron, Jalen Green, DeMar, Sabonis, and Duren. Through the playoffs this season, DeMar averaged 17 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal. He shot really well from the field every single season he was in Sacramento. 3-point percentage definitely could have been better, but I wasn't too worried about it. Consistently averaged like an 18-ish points throughout the 3 seasons with 3 to 4 rebounds, and his assist numbers were actually really high. I'm excited to see how he plays for the Kings this year, even though he's not in his prime. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will catch you all with the next video.